Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to talk about high adhesion and low adhesion fuel tank sealant, and you don't want to use high adhesion where low adhesion should go. And the reason for this is low adhesion goes on the access covers, high adhesion goes to help seal the tank. They're both flexible, but one's a little different from the other, so stay tuned. So we would like to ask you please subscribe, hit the like button, and hit the notify to stay current with our content. Now there's a lot of commonality between the two sealants. They're both fuel tank sealants. They both remain somewhat flexible during their life, so they won't crack and get brittle, and then that would cause a leak. They go on pretty much the same way. In the old days, you would mix them up the same. The ratios were the same. Here I am using a sim gun to install it. But there's a big difference between the high adhesion and the low adhesion, and it's in the name. Low adhesion doesn't stick very well compared to the high adhesion, which is very hard. Now, if you use low adhesion on the access covers as you're supposed to, and by the way, there is an AD on this, so it's already been covered before to make sure that people don't use the wrong one, but they still do. You can see how easy it is to remove that cover. The low adhesion allows you to break the seal and bring the cover off. Now you'll notice that we're doing this and we're not distorting the cover. If this was high adhesion, you'd have to have a chisel, and you'd have to sharpen it, and you'd have to drive it through with your hand or a hammer, very carefully cutting the sealant. And then once you got it off, a rotary tool like this, which will remove the low adhesion, will not remove the high adhesion. You're going to have to scrape the high adhesion off with a razor knife or something else, and then clean everything with acetone. Again, if you use the high adhesion on the access covers, you will distort the cover. And then here you can kind of look at the difference between the two. On the right is the low adhesion, and on the left is high adhesion. The color's a little bit different. And again, if you use high adhesion on your access cover, you're probably going to have to buy another access cover. Somebody did that on my Traveler. We had a heck of a time getting it off. So, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you found all this about the access covers and the sealants that go into them and using them in the right place useful and informative. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day flying. Your Grumman. You know, forget buying expensive toys for your kittens and cats. We find that just taking the aircraft spruce box and the paper on the tile floor is more than enough amusement for them for hours.